We don't hear anything, Frank.
I don't really.
No. Do you want to know a fun fact?
What?
We never hear the music every time we play it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
gotta
Well,
play it from your phone, and then we can hear it.
no, it's on the soundboard. I got to figure this out then.
Yeah, no. Like literally every time you play the music, we don't hear it.
Really?
So
I wonder
when Jude and Nikki be bopping and dancing, they don't hear nothing.
what assholes, yo. I didn't know. Okay, back to San Francisco play call. I just found out that the music we play, I play thinking everybody can hear it. They can't hear it. So
We'll probably hear like a quick little snippet, like the doo-doo-doo, and that's it.
Why? I'm wondering why it's not doing it, man. It's gonna bother me now. Anyways, I'll figure it out later. Anyway, how's everybody doing?
I'll create the music real fast. Every time you try to forget who I am, I'll be right there to remind you again. You know, man, no man, no man. Ah.
Oh God, there we go. Yeah,
there we go. That's our intro music. Next week I'm gonna sing Taylor Swift just for bed.
Yeah. Go ahead. You know, it's funny. Ava was like, "Dad, can I sing the national anthem at your retirement?" I said, "I don't want people walking out, Ava. No, it's not happening." Anyways, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing good. My skin is getting back clear from being sunburnt. So my skin is slowly getting back to normal. Love it. I'm a sunscreen girl now. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. We are actually 46 days away from Thursday night football. That's just one day over a week, a month and a half. That's crazy, right? That's by the time for next week, we'll be almost, we'll be under 40 days. That's bananas. I'm great though. June, how you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. I am blessed and happy, a little tired, and we're 47 days away from your retirement.
Yeah.
So let's get it. I'm always gonna add one. That's why it's so easy to remember. If you say 46, I know it's the day before. So
right.
So if it's the day before, then it's 45.
No, day after. My bad. Day after.
Yeah, day after. How you doing, man? Haven't been doing in a while.
I'm doing great, man. It's no sports on, so I need the football to come back. We got college football coming back next month, so I'm excited for that too as well.
I mean, you got baseball if you like baseball.
Yeah, but the Yankees, they do this stuff every year.
Yeah, so they're in last place now.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it now.
My teeth
look good though.
You said what, Bree?
My teeth look extra white today.
They do. Is that why you smile like that?
No, I was laughing because on Twitter, I opened up Twitter and Mike Tomlin is trending. And the reason why he's trending is because someone tweeted, why is everyone canceling Pittsburgh tours dates? Like people going on tour in Pittsburgh. And they said like even Beyonce, so all these artists are canceling their tours in Pittsburgh. And then someone quoted their tweet and said, they ain't checking with Mike Tomlin, that's why.
Imagine that. Beyonce.
The Beyonce checking with me? Nah, cancel the tour.
Yeah, cancel the tour. No, we're not happening. Well, listen, you said we got a lot of topics that you put in the chat, so let's just go ahead and get started. Bree, take it away. I'm gonna let you share screen, so when it's your turn to share the screen and you can do what you got to do.
Okay, I'm gonna start off first with just something really short and quick before we get into the running back debacle. So we have Shannon Sharpe. He might have a job. Shannon Sharpe has talked to ESPN about joining their network, including Stephen A. Smith's First Take. So that tweet was trending. Stephen A. Smith quoted the tweet and he said, "Look for me on Friday," which was a couple of days ago. "I'll be addressing all things I need to address back on Stephen A. Smith Show podcast. See y'all in a minute, buckle up." And then Shannon Sharpe quoted him and said, "What you addressing on Friday? I've got free time, so fill me in too. FaceTime me before my meetings." And what he addressed on Friday was that he would love to have Shannon Sharpe be a part of First Take. So how do we feel about Shannon Sharpe potentially joining Stephen A. Smith on First Take? I like it.
I think it'll work. I think it'll work a lot better than it did with Skip. I think Stephen A. Smith has a lot of respect for Shannon Sharpe. Stephen A. He's smart. He knows how to do it. And I think that both personalities match up because Stephen A. Smith like to talk shit. He likes to talk trash. He doesn't really he gets loud, but it's not like in a bad way. And I think that'd be perfect with Shannon because Shannon can get loud too, and they can crack jokes and stuff like that. So I look forward to it. But I heard that it wasn't going to be he was going to be part of that rotating cast of people that come in and out of First Take, or is he going to be a permanent fixture on it?
He needs to be permanent.
I think because of his name, it rings bells. He might be permanent. They probably want to see if it works first, because ESPN is quick to just cut.
Yeah.
Oh.
June?
Hold on, man. We had to. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I had to put the little order in because there was bees around the table that I'm in. And they told me to put the little work order in really quick. All right. What's the minute? So, one more time, Bree. What was the question so I can answer it correctly?
How do we feel about Stephen A. Smith or Shannon Sharpe joining Stephen A. Smith on First Take?
You want to know what so initially when you had posted that, right? What I initially thought was this was the plan all along. I don't think this is something that happens overnight, especially in that type of platform and in production and stuff like that. I don't think that, oh, hey, this is gonna end. So I think it's just a storyline that this is a planned thing. And I don't think you can ever go wrong. You can ever go wrong with those type of commentators and analysts giving their 2 cents and their opinion on anything. So I think it'll work out. There's no negativity there.
I think
now if it was Bart Scott, I'm sorry, but if it was Bart Scott, then I had something to say. Then I would be like, yeah, this was planned the whole damn time. I quit.
I think it will work. I also think it will be funny because everyone knows that Stephen A. Smith is super biased when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, as he should be. And Shannon Sharpe might point out some, a flaw like what they have and stuff. And I can see Stephen A. Smith go, hold up, wait. The reason why they did this way was because of. I think it will work. I think it will work.
I think so too. Like I said, I think it'd be a good idea. I think it's good. And I mean, unfortunately, for Skip and Shannon, I think that one big blow up that they had on the camera, and he did say some disrespectful stuff. I think really hurt the relationship. And Shannon identifying that his name has gotten bigger now. It's not just football. It's not just a Hall of Famer. He's actually being noticed. And like you said, Club Shay Shay is taking off. He's getting his own production. He's like, man, you know what? I need to do better. And I think it was the best way to do. Buy out his contract and go about his business, All
right, next we have the Patriots worked out free agent running back Leonard Fournette yesterday. The two sides will stay in touch. So, Frank, do you feel like y'all would be good offensively if you guys signed Leonard Fournette? Because remember, before the Bucs signed him again for 1 year last year, where he didn't play because he was injured, he did work out with the Patriots before.
I don't think he's gonna make a big difference. We got Stevenson, and we also have the other running back too. I forgot what his name was.
Harris,
yeah. And they were both good. They both rushed well, but they can both catch out the backfield. I don't think
Do you think he's gonna make a slight difference though, and make you guys a slight bit more competitive than being ranked last in your division?
I think that he'll be able to bring experience, kind of like what LaShawn McCoy did for the Chiefs, when he went to play for the Chiefs and got that Super Bowl ring. I think Fournette's a great. I mean, so here's my take. Okay, is it going to make the team better? No. Is it going to make it to where now we're not the last place team in that division? No. But I think what it'll do, it'll bring a level of experience to the team, And being that he doesn't have to be the full workhorse because you got two younger running backs. Now, when he does come in the game, he can come in and be fresh all the way. But yeah, I think he'll help out. I think it'll be a team-friendly deal anyways. He knows what's up, you know. He got his ring already, so it's not like he's trying to chase it. But I feel like what my team needs is more a wide receiver, an explosive wide receiver, not another running back. When he doesn't, running backs are a dime a dozen. And Bill always has a way of finding them good running backs. You know what I'm saying? So I think, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's not going to make us playoff contenders, but it'll bring experience to the locker room. So, you know.
June and Ben, do you guys want to chime on to Leonard Fournette working out with Bill Belichick and the Patriots?
I think that's a positive thing for that team. I mean, shoot, why not? I don't think the Patriots made too much of a statement this offseason, in my opinion. So I think this will be something to get something stirred in the right direction, to be honest with you, in my opinion, which is a positive thing. I think adding a new face, I mean, Fournette, he's proven that he can bring something to the table. I think he was in the Bucs team last year where 3-all now. It wasn't the same. So I think he'll be a good honest and he'll do his job at the end of the day. Per Belichick's the little sign that you guys got up there. So do your job. Yeah.
I really think they don't need him, but it can't hurt for them to have him just in case, you know, one of them other running backs go down. So yeah.
All right. Melvin Gordon signed to the Ravens. Do you think that will be good for them? I've seen a lot of memes, like negative memes, but I've seen a lot of positivity too. So how do you guys feel about Melvin Gordon going to the Ravens? Do you think it's going to make a difference?
So I'll go first. I think it will. I think that just adds another weapon to the Ravens, another proven weapon. The Ravens didn't really need help in the running back position. You know what I'm saying? They never really needed that help there. But now it's just another back that you can probably count on and, you know, pretty much build on and give you more mobility. Because who they have back there? They have the
Dobbins.
And they have Dobbins, and they have one more person, don't they?
Gus Edwards, I think.
Yeah, I got to look at the running backs, but I could have sworn they signed somebody else. But either way it goes, the expectations for the Ravens this year is very high based on what they got. So, you know, people are looking at the fact that you went out and you got Odell Beckham. You got Rashad Bateman. You got Zay Flowers, yeah. Now you're like, man, what more does Lamar need? And he got Mark Andrews. So if you add him to the puzzle, and now you know you got if they have to cover the field. So let's say these wide receivers they take off. Odell doesn't get hurt. Bateman doesn't get hurt because he had injury issues, and the Zay Flowers kid is they doing great out there. And they're saying that they're getting Lamar back to Louisville form where he's throwing the ball. They spreading the ball out. They're gonna go 4 spread across, so that he can't bunch up. Now it leads it to where if he wants to run it, if he sees that it's tied downfield, they're all locked up, he could run it. If you got a good running back like Melvin Gordon and whoever else you got in the team, then guess what? It's just going to give you that option to. Now the team got to be. Do I want to put 8 in the box? And if I put 8 in the box, now I got to go man to man with. You know, I only could probably double one receiver, leaving 2 other ones wide open, and you forget Andrews is a good tight end. So I think it'd be good. I think the name itself brings a lot of potential to it. But we'll have to see what that team looks like, you know?
So he signed a 1-year deal up to $3.1 million. You know, he's in my division now.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he fumbles as many balls as he did.
Whoa.
So you remember every time he got tackled, the ball came out his hand. So that's how we
That was his issue. You know what I'm saying? That was
he can't hold on to the. I'm just talking shit, but I wish him nothing but the best and good luck, and we'll see you twice a year. Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. I'm ready for that steel curtain.
I don't know, man. I don't
Right,
really
Ben? Right,
think.
Ben? Because Ben was in my inbox the other day.
Okay, we're
talking
not
about-
gonna do this.
No,
Next
no,
topic.
no,
Next topic. Next topic.
No, Ben was in my inbox the other day talking
No, we're not
about
gonna do this.
I'm a
We're not gonna do
Michigan
this.
Steelers fan.
We're not gonna do this.
Nope.
We're not gonna do
He
this.
said-
Next topic. Next topic. We're not gonna do this.
I mean, hey, Gordon's coming from Denver, right?
Huh?
He's coming from Denver,
Yeah, Denver.
right? And you see how they were offensively, which most of the fault landed in Russell Wilson's hands. So, and Melvin Gordon didn't really help that situation, in my opinion. So, is it going to be a big impact? I'm not looking. And to be really honest with you, I don't think it really will be. He's just going to be another player in that depth roster, trying to make a statement, trying to bounce back from a season, which he let that blame fall on Russell Wilson's face. So it ain't like they can say, yeah, the entire team was great, but Russell Wilson struggled. It was like the Denver Broncos are not doing good. And they gave away all this money to Russell Wilson. They didn't even mention Melvin Gordon at all this year. I don't think they did. Except maybe
No.
in the player introductions before every game. I don't know. But other than that, no. I don't think that next player. I would go after Jacobs, to be honest with you. I would went after Jacobs. I said, fuck it, I would sign Jacobs.
Oh yeah. I would.
Jacobs in the backfield.
definitely.
Oh my goodness.
They can't
That
till
would have been
next
scary.
I mean, they can't till next year. So we'll get right into the running back debacle. So we'll start with Jacobs, right? So before we start with that, we'll start with Zeke. So Zeke seems likely to end back up in Dallas. 1-year minimum deal to back up Pollard and be insured if he gets injured. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones also left the door open for Zeke and says the ship has not sailed yet.
June, you want to go first? That's your division. You and Ben's division. I'll go last.
No, Ben, that's not Ben's division, right, Ben?
We're not gonna do
Ben,
this. Okay?
no. Ben was in my inbox talking about
Bree,
he's
say
a
this
Steelers
one after the
fan
show.
now.
Say this after
F
the show.
the Giants. Then he
Say
was
this
like,
after the
what
show.
What do you think we're gonna
Discuss.
finish?
I was
finish
trolling you,
the
but anyway,
season?
let's start, June. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you to get out my fucking phone. But Ben's division. He said he's a Steelers fan, so that's not his division anymore.
Okay, anyway, go.
All right, June.
So no. Go ahead. Reword the question, Rick.
No, so they owner Jerry Jones says that Zeke, the ship has not sailed with Zeke, and he's more than likely ending back up in a Dallas Cowboy uniform, backing up Pollard in a 1-year deal if he gets injured.
I think Zeke overvalued himself based on his performance, and I don't know, it was because his agent or the hype around him. I don't know, but we all knew. Us here in this podcast knew the truth. Maybe he should have joined, and we should have been his little agents for free. But no, I don't think it's a bad thing, to be honest with you. It's not a bad 1-2 punch if Zeke could accept his role, his new role. He's still gonna be making more money than us four put together. So if he could accept his new role in Dallas, I mean, he wouldn't be in a bad situation. I'm not saying that the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders, but they're definitely playoff contenders. So it's always better to be in a team that's a playoff contender than a team that's in the rebuild. So he could have landed on those. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. I ain't gonna make it about the Eagles.
Ben,
Ben don't want to talk about it. All right, Ben. So I got it. No, you know what? I just want to give him donkey of the day if I could. Actually, it just listen, bro. You got to understand you got paid. And this this is going to segue, or this part is still part of the whole running back debacle situation we have going on here. I was listening to the Herd, and the Herd said something that analytics show that after you pay a running back for their first contract, you don't get the money worth, and people don't want to pay him on a second contract. There's only a handful of running backs that got paid and produced. Some haven't. You take a person like Christian McCaffrey got paid. You look at Austin Eckler. I don't know if he's got paid or not, but you got I think Derrick Henry got paid. And me and Bree was talking about this earlier about fantasy. The NFL's shifting. It's not a running back game anymore. It's not pound the ball and beat the lineup, and then we're going to throw downfield. It's throwing downfield all the time. And if you cannot adjust to that and become either a blocking running back to help protect the quarterback or catch out the backfield, a lot of times teams aren't going to sign you. And then you're injury prone and stuff like that. Zeke hasn't had a good year since, I don't even got the stats in front of me. I could look it up. But he hasn't been that productive. So when you sit there and you look at the payment and what you want to get paid, it's not, you're not going to get that. Pollard came in for less money and killed it. So look, Zeke, his first year in 16, he ran for 1,631 yards. In 17, he didn't break 1,000. 18, he broke 1,434 yards. 19, another 1,357 yards. In 2020, he didn't rush for 1,000, just under 1,000. And then 21, he rushed for 1,000. His numbers look like it's been going down, though. You know what I'm saying? And then last year, he had 876 yards but I think when we did he had 1,881 attempts since he started in the league carrying the ball. That's a lot. That's a lot of production. And then he went from averaging 108 yards per game to 58.4 yards per game. That's a big drop. That's 54 yards less. And it was going down. It went from 108 to 98 to 95 to 84, 65, 58, and then 58. So that's a lot of, I find it funny that after you left the team or they cut you, I forgot what it was. Now it's, we're going to bring you back as the backup in case he gets hurt. At least you know the system and you can plug and play. If I was Zeke, I'd go somewhere else where I can do the same thing. Maybe come in on the goal line, from the red goal line or red zone from the 20 in, kind of like what Jerome Bettis was doing late on in his career. From the 20 to 20, he wasn't running the ball, but when you got to that red zone, he would pound it in and go from there. I mean, I don't know. I find it funny. It's pretty sad to me, to be honest.
Ben was having technical difficulties, but he's back. All right. Speaking of Tony Pollard, I'm just going to read all three of theirs put into one, and then we'll talk about it. So Dallas running back Tony Pollard and the Cowboys officially did not reach agreement on long-term extensions before Monday 4 p.m. deadline for franchise players to sign long-term deals this season. Pollard will now play his one-year franchise deal before becoming a free agent in 2024. Okay, now let me read. With no long-term deal being reached today, Josh Jacobs is not expected to report to training camp with the rest of his team. Raiders are not expected to see Jacobs until later this summer. If then, Jacobs will have a decision to make as to when he is willing to report. How close was Josh Jacobs to signing an extension with the Raiders on Monday? He was sitting in his car in the parking lot of the Raiders facilities with teammate Max Crosby at the deadline, ready to sign if a deal got done. It didn't, and now it's unclear when he'll return. And then last but not least, running back Saquon Barkley and the Giants are not expected to reach agreement on a long-term extension before Monday. Well, they didn't reach one. With no long-term deal being reached, Barkley is not expected to report to training camp with the rest of his team. Giants are not expected to see Barkley until later this summer. If then, Barkley will have a decision to make as to when he will be willing to report. Now, with all of that is said and done, the Giants did sign running back James Washington and they signed wide receiver Cole Beasley.
You mean James Robinson?
Yeah, James Robinson,
James Robinson. What did I say?
Washington.
Oh, I was thinking of my old wide receiver. My bad. So veteran running backs this offseason took pay cut Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones, cut Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook, Leonard Fournette, tag but no deal Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, wanted a new deal and asked for a trade Austin Eckler, and has been a free agency this whole offseason, Kareem Hunt. And then one more thing, I know it's a lot. NFL star running backs Christian McCaffrey, Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones, Tony Pollard, and Joe Mixon were in attendance for Austin Eckler's Zoom meeting in collaboration with the NFLPA to discuss the depressed market for backs. This happened yesterday. Dalvin Cook was invited, but was on a flight home from his football camp. I'm gonna share my screen really fast. Sorry. So also with this, I know it's a lot. So also with all of these debacles, these are some tweets from some running backs. So Jonathan Taylor tweeted, 1, if you're good enough, they'll find you. 2, if you work hard enough, you'll succeed. If you succeed, 3, you boost the organization, and then doesn't matter, you're a running back. Austin Eckler says it's kind of trash that they artificially devalued one of the most important positions in the game. Everyone knows it's tough to win, but without a top running back, and yet they act like we're discardable widgets. I support any running back do whatever it takes to get his bag. Christian McCaffrey tweeted, this is criminal. 3 of the best players in the entire league, regardless of position. Najee Harris tweeted, I agree with my running back brothers around the NFL. History shows that you need running backs to win. We set the tone every game and run through walls for our team and lead in many ways. This notion that we deserve is less of a joke. All right, June, you want to go first? I know that was just a lot. That's the whole running back that we went.
Can you name the running backs? Don't say what they put. Can you just name them really quick? Someone that says something.
Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, and Najee Harris tweeted.
All right. So all those, right? I believe they're all under contract, correct?
That's correct.
So they ain't got to worry about that situation. So you know what? It's very biased. You know, I didn't hear no wide receivers, cornerbacks, quarterbacks, head coaches, tight ends, so on and so forth, right? Give a take on this situation. Obviously, it's going to be mainly running back. So a lot of those comments, to me, they're very biased. It's kind of like if we're doing a podcast.
I know a lot of
podcast. But hold on. So, I mean, it kind of goes back to what we said. There was a deal on the table before. He overvalued himself based on what he did in one season. And though he's not a scrub, that's not what I'm trying to say. I mean, look at Pollard. Pollard said he would play under that franchise tag. He knows he's coming from an injury, so he knows he's going to probably have to prove himself and work for that contract to then renegotiate or, you know, get signed to another team based on what he believes his skill set is going to bring to the table. I mean, come on, Barkley. Look, I think you're a nice guy. You're a cool guy, very humble. However, you haven't had an amazing season. To me, I think you're very injury prone. And then you had a great season, and you're asking for a bag and a half. Plan a franchise tag, my dude, suck it up and go. Or sign that $13 million a year that they gave you. Kind of the same thing they kind of offered the year before. So that's that.
So with Saquon, the reason I guess people making a big deal for Saquon is because they're saying that without his 1,300-yard season, Daniel Jones wouldn't have the numbers he would have had this season. So because of him playing well, led to Daniel Jones and the Giants having more success. So people are in uproar because it's like they paid Daniel Jones off of one really good year, but you won't give Saquon the bag. And so his first season, he played all 16 games. He averaged 1,300. He ran for 1,307 yards on 261 attempts. He had 11 touchdowns, and his longest was 78 yards. The next 4 or 5 seasons, he didn't play. He played 13 games or started 13 games in 19, had 1,000 yards. In 2020, he was injured, so he only played 2 games, 34 yards. In 21, only started 13 games, had 593 yards. But when he played another 16 games again, he had 1,312 yards with 10 touchdowns, and his longest was 68. Only 10-yard different and 1 touchdown different from his first season as a rookie. So if the question would be if he remained healthy, I could understand that for him, he feels some kind of way about not getting paid because he feels he's that good. I would have played on the franchise tag, stayed healthy, and went out there and did what I had to do. Because now, if I have another good year and we go to the playoffs again, it's because of my hard work. You got to pay me, or somebody else is going to pay me. And if you franchise tag me, I'm going to get more guaranteed money because that tag is guaranteed money. No matter if you get hurt or not, just sign the tender, come show up for preseason, training camp, you're getting paid. Now, the rest of the running backs, you said, who you said? You had Zeke, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was on the Zoom call?
Yeah.
So on the Zoom call, it was Christian McCaffrey, Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones, Tony Pollard, Joe Mixon, and Austin Eckler.
Okay, so this is the active rushing leaders actively playing right now. In the top 10, you have Henry's number 1, Zeke is number 2, Mark Ingram's number 3, Melvin Gordon's 4, Nick Chubb is 5, Latavius Murray 6, Dalvin Cook is 7, Joe Mixon's 8, Aaron Jones is 9, and AK Alvin Kamara is number 10 of running backs. The people that get a contract get a contract. The team that values. Derrick Henry, the Titans know there was no success without Derrick Henry. We know that. That man single-handedly would win games for them because he would take over the game and you couldn't stop him. And we've seen when they were stopping him, Tannehill didn't have what it took to get him over the hump to still win the game. I don't agree with the fact that I think Najee said you need a running back to win a game or have a good running back. I don't agree with that because you had you had teams go to the playoffs.
Like the Chiefs.
Yeah, and went without a running back. The game's changed. It's diverse now. It's no longer about the run game. It's about passing that ball, throwing that rock. It ain't the same no more. So they have to understand, like I said earlier, you either start being like Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, who's number 24 on the list. Christian McCaffrey's number 13, that can catch the ball out the backfield, that are versatile running backs. They're not just one-dimensional. Or if not, teams are going to move on. Look at Pacheco. Who would have thought he was going to be that good for the Chiefs? He came out of nowhere.
And he was a 7th-round pick?
Yeah, he was a rookie. 7th-round pick and won a Super Bowl and played with injuries and all that. Again, you're right. When people want to pay you, they're going to pay you. I just agree with June. Don't put such a high price tag on your head when they offered you, what, 10 mil?
Yeah. Who? Saquon?
Yeah, there was only a $2 million different. He wanted 12.
They offered him $19.5 million.
Okay. And how much guaranteed?
They didn't have a guaranteed, but they offered him $19.5 million, which he didn't want. He wanted more. The last highest paid running back was Nick Chubb, and his was $20.5 million.
Yeah.
But my question is, a lot of people on Twitter were saying that Zeke's original contract with his extension with the Cowboys, that big contract that he signed, is what ruined what running backs want.
I disagree with Le'Veon Bell sitting out for a year.
I think Le'Veon Bell is a different beast, though.
Yeah,
I
but
think he
Le'Veon
brought
Bell
a lot more.
contract after Zeke's extension. Also, Le'Veon Bell did go and say out his mouth a couple of days ago that he apologized to the Steelers fans, the best fans in the world, and the Steelers organization. He wished that he never left the Steelers because look at where Le'Veon Bell is now.
So Zeke, look, again, what one team does doesn't mean the other team's got to do.
But if you notice, that's what everybody's doing. Look at Lamar Jackson after Kyler Murray signed that big contract.
That's
now
so everybody
they are watching people's pockets.
Correct.
And we say that over and over and over. So
And you-
yes,
You shouldn't, because what the Browns did for Deshaun does not mean that they're gonna
Mhm.
that the team's gonna do it. The Ravens, as soon as they said that, the Ravens owner said that was the dumbest thing you could do. A lot of owners felt that was the dumbest thing. They said, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna reset the market. You guys put the market at 207 million, guaranteed, fully guaranteed, for a guy that hasn't played in 2 years. Zeke got paid early, and after Zeke got paid, Zeke ain't do a damn thing for that team. And everybody knows Jerry Jones has a thing with paying people early, and people that he drafts, he pays them. Do not count. Look, Joe Mixon restructured his deal. It's taking less money because he understands, yo, I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. And me sitting here trying to get more money ain't going to help Joe Burrow keep these wide receivers on the field who making a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to stay on this team. I'll restructure because this is my best chance at getting to that next level. Think about it. The Bengals were literally a sack away from winning the Super Bowl. They were a penalty away of going back to the Super Bowl again. I would stay. They understand the concept. Okay, I'm gonna make money. At the end of the day, you're not making. Look, everybody was talking about Kelsey saying that he doesn't get paid, something like that, the money, and then people didn't realize that Kelsey makes almost $9 million more than the average tight end in the league. He's not worrying about it, and he's winning Super Bowls. Not worrying about it. Stop counting other people's pockets. If you want to play the sport, play the sport. There's people out here that wish they could be on the team right now. Little kids running, playing outside in the heat, playing in the cold, playing in rain, hoping one day to make it to the league, and you guys are saying, crying about millions, you already got paid.
No, that's a fact. Frank, I was thinking about what you're saying too. Like, you can't really compare. I know they're not gonna break the contract down for Danny Jones, right? But his contract is not guaranteed. First of all, right? His contract comes with a whole lot of incentives that leads up to a certain amount. So, does it say? I don't know how much it works. Does it say 150 million? It does, but it doesn't say guaranteed, right? It's not. It's not a Watson contract. So that's why he signed, of course, right? All they see is the bigger numbers. They don't read the details, and then they compare that to that or whatever. Yeah, you said something else a second ago. Come back to me, but yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think that the contract is guaranteed. And also, like you said, you can't base your bag based on somebody else's. There's a lot of lessons learned in contracts, and that's why owners are not going to sit here and jump to that. Oh, you know what? Let's pay him all this money because lesson learned. Look what happened to Zeke. Lesson learned. Look what happened to X, Y, and Z. So, damn, it's coming down over here.
And they can get one out of the draft. They can get somebody that's going to take less as well. Ben, how do you feel about it?
Okay, so
Well,
first of all, I don't think Josh Jacobs is going to return anytime soon because I don't think the are going to be good this year. So I guess he'll return probably mid-season because I don't see him being good because you got the Chargers, Chiefs, and Broncos. So I don't see him playing like all 16 games, 17 games. Tony Pollard will sign the contract because I don't know who the Cowboys running back is currently right now. It's probably like a rookie or something. So he's going to sign the tag. And then let's talk about my guy Saquon. Okay, so first, John Shane had offered him a contract at the bye, but he declined. So the next game, you saw him rush for 35 yards, and that was because, John Shane was unhappy that he didn't sign the contract. So I was like, why did he run for like 35 attempts or something like that? So, and then, all right, so they offered him another contract, and he declined that. So I get where he's coming from, because me personally, I would have, let them both test the market instead of the quarterback. I would just let them both test the market because I don't think a team would have signed either one of them. So I would have let them both, went to the market and come back for less money. But that's just me. So, me personally, I think Saquon should set out a couple of games because he does have leverage. Because we've seen DJ's numbers without him, and without him, he's not really that quarterback that everybody thinks he is. So, yeah.
I was trying to look at this.
Saquon also went on a podcast called Money Matters Pod, where he said, and I quote, "My leverage is I could say F you to the Giants, I could say F you to my teammates, and be like, you want me to show you my worth? You want me to show you how valuable I am to the team? I won't show up. I won't play it down." And that's a play I could use. I might have to take it to this level.
It doesn't make sense for him to not play. It doesn't. You're risking it for no reason.
I also agree with the fact that he is injury prone,
Mhm.
you know, and that's the only reason why, you know. I will understand if he's played the last 4 or 5 seasons, every game, a full season, every game, you know, making it to the playoffs every season, you know.
My issue with him, and it was I think I heard somewhere else, was if he's already injury prone, it took you a while to get back to where you were at. You're finally back at that. If you don't go to training camp, you don't do these, at least play with pads on, get out there and practice, and you wait till after the season starts to come in, you're going to get hurt again. And now you're not going to get your bag. Again, and a lot of people said it, play on the tag. Play on the tag, because if you do not play on the tag, you're losing money. You're not going to get that back. You know what I'm saying? That's 10 mil you're not getting back. I don't care who you are. 10 mil is 10 mil. I'm playing on the tag. Hey, I'm showing up. I'm showing up.
So Frank, I got a question for y'all really quick for tuning this. Do you think that the bigger challenge is not on Saquon and the pressures of the team? Do you think that the bigger challenge is not going to be on the head coach? He being a sophomore head coach, now getting put in this situation. How would you really deal with this?
I mean, they just signed a new running back the same day that they didn't do the deal. So
Brian Daboll ain't got no connection to none of them players on it.
mm-mm.
Except whoever he drafted this year or he brought with him last year. They gave Daniel Jones the money because I feel he thinks he can create an offense, well, he just showed it, where he can be successful enough to get to the playoffs. Plus, they know that the quarterbacks coming out in the draft this year probably won't be what they was going to get, knowing where they were at. So what's coming out next year, the year after. So I feel he's playing the long game. The long game. Now, I saw another topic, man, and I wish I would have took a picture of it, where they compared Daniel Jones's numbers to another top quarterback, and it wasn't that much different. The difference was,
remember we showed Daniel Jones and Lamar's, and theirs was very close.
So when you start looking at that, how is he going to answer your question? How's he going to deal with it? He's going to continue to create the offense. How he's going to create it? They brought Dave Robinson in. Again, running backs out there, they can pick anybody up. Hey, I just need you to run the ball, pass protect, and this is what we're going to do. I think he'll adjust fine. That's why I think Saquon's playing the game he should not be playing. I don't think he should be playing this game, because what happens is, I don't know what's your schedule look like, Ben. Let me look it up.
It's tough, like, because the reason why I say he has leverage is because we saw DJ's numbers without Saquon. So if he sits out the first 4 games and if DJ struggles, then we can call him and be like, hey, we might need you on the field because the quarterback is not, putting up the numbers that he has produced with you on the field. So that's why I say what I said.
I'm trying to see y'all schedule right now. Let's see, full schedule. Okay, got it. Week 1, y'all got the Cowboys. Y'all gonna need him. Week 2, you got Arizona. You're at Arizona. You might be able to pull that out without him. You might need him. Then you had San Francisco week 3 against the number 1 defense that they got knocked out. Then you got to go. Then Seattle's coming into town. Then you got Miami. Then it's Buffalo. Then you got the Commanders, the Jets, who had a top 5 defense. The Raiders might be good. You got the Cowboys again, Commanders, New England, Green Bay in week 14, and then the Eagles week 16, and the Eagles in week 18 to close it out. So right then and there, y'all need them. But if y'all go ahead and in the first 4 weeks, y'all can go 2-2 or 3-1 without him, they're not going to pay him. They're not going to pay him. So I think they're gonna go off the first couple of weeks, like he said, like Ben said, see where they're at. But if they can go 3-1, 2-2, I think they won't even bring him back. Damn, it's raining, June. I can see the water coming in.
Man, that water is cold as hell. I'm trying to move, you know, the cold yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
June's dedicated. He's in the middle of a hurricane in Florida doing this podcast. Let's go.
Okay. Next we have Chiefs All-Pro defensive tackle Chris Jones, who has been seeking a new deal this offseason, did not report with the rest of the team at training camp. The two sides remain far apart on a new deal for the Defensive Player of the Year finalists.
Give it up, bro. Chiefs already proved they can win with anybody. That's it. They could put me and June out there, they winning. Bree winning. They taking Ben. Bro, they don't even need defense. They don't need tell me when the Chiefs had a top 5 defense since they won the 2 Super Bowls. I'll wait.
I have a question for June because he said, let's do it. June, if the Chiefs pay you right now $10 million to play defense, and it was the Chiefs and the Eagles in the Super Bowl, would you still play?
Yeah, I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna bet on the Eagles too, because I know what I'm believing.
Are you going to play to sabotage the Chiefs?
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna give them all because it's in my character to give them that. I just
Tell
need
me
there.
enough water.
I feel better than this.
Do
Tell
the
me.
Chiefs still got Spagnuolo as defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Listen. You know what the Chiefs' defense is? The Chiefs' defense is that offense. The Chiefs' defense is Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and whoever else they got on the field that he's going to use. Because, listen, after watching the quarterback, if you haven't checked it on Netflix, please go check it out. This dude.
I watched episode 1 only.
Yeah, I watched the whole
I got to keep watching, but yes, I watched episode 1.
And let me tell you something. I respect that man. I respect him. He showed me a different side of him that I didn't see. I'm not a Chiefs fan, so obviously I wasn't invested. However, he is a humble dude. He talks trash on the field, but I can't knock him for that because you can't stop him. You can't stop him. So Chris Jones, whatever his name is, hey buddy, if you like winning Super Bowls, just take what they giving you and keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Hey Frank, you said something a while back ago, right? And you said defense wins championships, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, do you think that the Kansas City Chiefs put that verses out there to kind of prove that that statement wrong?
Yeah. Okay, so again, it's about, you know, and I hate doing this because I'm not a big fan, but let's look what they did last year. You know, we all know that on paper, the Eagles' defense was 10 times better than their defense. Yo, y'all let in sacks. And we all thought, okay, high ankle sprain, you know, he got a week rest, but all we got to do is hit him one time or tug at that leg one good time and he going to be hurting. And we didn't expect from Mahomes. He did get touched in the Super Bowl. He never got sacked, but we didn't expect to see what we saw. So, yeah, man, I think the Chiefs, like I said, man, their biggest defense is their offense. And you know what else, June and Ben, is that, excuse me, I think teams start freaking out, right? Teams look at them like, okay, we can have a 2-touchdown, 3-touchdown lead, but that don't mean nothing when it's the Chiefs. So the minute that you don't start converting first downs, and like Cincinnati, you throw a pick, you punt, and now he goes down and scores. So now it's a 3-touchdown, a 2-touchdown. And then, you know, shit just don't go your way. And now they down by 7 points. And now you coaches, anybody start thinking, oh, here they come, and they make mistakes. Look at Cincinnati. If he would have never touched Mahomes as Mahomes ran out of bounds, because I thought at first he did it to make sure he went out of bounds. but there was a defender in front of him, and Mahomes knew that, so he cut out and went out. The guy didn't have to touch him. That touch never happens. It's over a 60-yard field goal. Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I think the week before that, the Chiefs got to give me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then if we look at Shore in the Super Bowl, that hold, the guy wasn't even gonna catch the ball, but they called the hold. It just get the breaks. Which brought me, that's something that Kelsey said. Kelsey and Edelman were talking, well, both Kelseys, Travis and them, but they're both talking. And he says that's why people wear red gloves when they play the Chiefs when they're at home, because of the red jersey, right? So they can hold, and you never see the hold because red on red, you can't tell, right? And Edelman tells a story of one time he had red gloves on all the time, and he got called for a hold. And Bill Belichick, you see, look, prima donna wearing red gloves, got called for the hold. You can see it like from the press box, you can see it. So, you know, it just, they get the breaks, bro. And then I think teams fuck up. Teams end up fucking up because they want to, not that they scared, they respect what the Chiefs can do. So they're like, oh, well, shit, we got it. Now you pressuring, now you rushing the ball. You're throwing throws you shouldn't be throwing. You're not running the right gap. You know, the defense is on their heels now. They're like, oh, man, he done woke up. And it falls apart, man. We've seen it all the time. So, yeah, I think their best defense is their offense and the Jedi mind tricks that they play, bro. I mean, even Andy Reid wasn't coaching a good game in the Super Bowl. The first half, he should have been running the ball. He wasn't. You know, second half, they came out and adjusted. But first half, man, Andy Reid was in his own head. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think with them, I don't think they need a defense to win a championship, not the Chiefs. I think we already proven they can win with or without a top 5, top 10 defense.
Sorry, my dog is acting up, right?
I got it. What other topics we got, Bree? Before because
we got 2 more and we got pictures.
All right, let's do the topic.
They're really, really quick. So the next topic we have is Matthew Stafford rejected the Rams' request to renegotiate his contract. Stafford has over $150 million in fully guaranteed in his current deal. So the Rams wanted him to reconstruct his contract so they can have more money, and he said no.
Let me speak on this first. Dude, give it up. You're about to retire, so he should have just restructured it. I don't understand why he didn't, because that team, I don't see that team being good this year. So he should have just let them restructure the deal. That's just me.
I'll see him next Saturday. I'll ask him why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Make a deal,
Sorry.
and this is what you get. Make a deal with the devil. This is what you get. Play stupid games, win stupid prize. He's being selfish. He's being selfish, and he's
For
showing
the team, right.
He's showing his true colors. All of us here have had players on their teams who have taken less money to keep a team together, to keep winning, to bring players to the team. Look, Jalen Hurts did his deal early to maximize him getting his money, but a lot of Eagles to still get players. Big Ben and other players in the Steelers have done it for years, decades.
Period.
Brady did it in New England. A lot of New England players could have went elsewhere and got paid. But it was something Travis Kelce said. He said, I like winning Super Bowls, so I'm going to stay where I'm at. You take the less money because you're going to get endorsements. It comes. The Giants have had, Eli could have got paid plenty of times. And you know, he took what he took, and other players did too. That's selfish to me. You're being selfish. You're not seeing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is winning as a team. And you're going to take, and you're for one, we don't even know you're going to survive this whole season.
He's money hungry.
You won 1 Super Bowl. You got over the hump. That's it. That's it. And that Super Bowl should go to Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Donald, and it should go to OBJ for playing lights out until he blew his knee out. You know, like, bro, come on, man.
And
Bro.
Cooper Kupp as well.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. I forgot about him because he stepped up when OBJ went out. That man stepped up. So, you know, it's selfish. That's selfish. I don't agree with it, but some people might say, hey, he's just trying to get paid. That's the name of the game. Whatever, man.
June? Hold on, it looks like June is yelling at his kids.
Taking care of business.
I'm sorry. What?
Matthew Stafford. The Rams asked to renegotiate his contract and he declined. And he has 150 million in guaranteed money.
You know where he's going. He knows where. He knows. He knows his time is damn near almost. Like, let's be real. Like, he's not done. His time is almost up. I think the Rams will keep him. Yeah, he brought a championship, but was the championship really worth all that money? I guess it was. I was listening to something on the owner of the Rams, because he's the owner of the Rams, he's the owner of Denver, he's the owner of Las Vegas, right? And his mentality is to always win and move in. So that's why they make moves with the moves. And they were talking about it on I don't know if it was First Take or whatnot. Hold on a second. All right, so yeah, so I think it was a very interesting opinion on the way that owner moves, and the way that they pick players up and they don't care about draft picks, because once he wins for that city, then it increases the value for that organization. And then I started thinking like, I didn't know that he had ties to the Denver Nuggets. They won. I didn't know they had ties to the Las Vegas the hockey team. They won. And now, he's the owner of this crap. So it was like, man, it's crazy the way that moves as far as business goes. But as far as Stafford goes, to get back to the question, hey, he wants his money, and he knows he's going to perform. Plus, they drafted that 38-year-old from Georgia. So I think, I don't know. Are they going to bank on Bennett? Who knows? But that's an interesting pickup too, though.
Yeah. I'll ask him on Saturday, on the 29th. And then the last topic we have that came out today is optimistic that Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo will pass his physical today and will be ready for training camp in time. Garoppolo had an off-season foot surgery and has been progressive well. So good news for him. I know it was just breaking news that happened today.
Yeah, good for him. Listen, show up, stay healthy, and maybe I can have a 9-8 season and be good.
Gonna be last place though.
I mean, yeah. I think their ship sailed a while back. I'll save this next take for when we're done with the topics and the pictures. I'll bring it up. But
okay, you want to do pictures first and then your hot take?
It ain't hot, but yeah, go ahead. We do pictures first.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So we'll do this one first. Hold on. I gotta see the numbers. Hold on. We'll do this one first.
Yeah, I just pre-ordered Madden 24 Deluxe Edition. So I pre-ordered it. I get it August 15th.
Yeah, I gotta order it next week when I get paid. That's what reminded me.
Oh, we'll do those last. We'll do those last. So I'll do one. Hold on. I forgot. That's kind of a little got a few. And then we'll do I also have top 100 players. So this is the first one we have. We have top 9 route runners in the NFL via Andy Benoit.
Mm-hmm.
Do we agree with this top 9? At number 9, Deontay Johnson, Pittsburgh Steelers. At number 8, Jamar Chase, Cincinnati Bengals. At number 7, Keenan Allen, Los Angeles Chargers. At number 6, Devontae Smith, Philadelphia Eagles. At number 5, Stephon Diggs, Buffalo Bills. At number 4, Devontae Adams, Las Vegas Raiders. Number 3, Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2, Kupp, Los Angeles Rams. And number 1, Minnesota Vikings. I think all 9 of them are the top 9. Do we agree with the placements?
No, I think Devontae Adams should be higher.
I agree.
I think
Higher than,
he's
yeah, I think him and Kelsey could swap.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then I will swap Keenan Allen and Jamar Chase.
Allen should be last on this list.
You think so? I just watched something the other day where they were talking about how his route running skills was like top 5 in the league. So Kelsey's good. Again, Kelsey's a tight end, which is a receiver. But Devontae Adams is known for his route running, you know?
Mhm.
To have him under Kelsey at 4 when he's been one of the top 5 wide receivers, not a tight end, wide receiver in the league, that's crazy. I guess you can play with the movements, but I just think Devontae Adams should be higher. I think that I don't know, Justin Jefferson. See, people like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, they're not. It's not they can't run routes. It doesn't matter what route they run, they're gonna get the ball.
Mhm.
We've seen both of them last season catch passes with 2 or 3 defenders roped around them. It doesn't matter what route you run then. It's good. You know what I'm saying? It's about your hands. Maybe best hands in the league, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. But, you start, I don't know. But I think Devontae should be higher. Other than that, maybe above Kelsey. I would even probably move him up a little higher, too. Maybe Cooper Kupp should be 1 and Devontae Adams 2, then Justin Jefferson, Kelsey, and the rest can fall where it falls.
Quick note real fast, June. I got your package in the mail. Thank you. I'll be handing all of these out at the training camps, Frank.
Oh, yes. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
So ask them if they could put it on their helmets.
Hey, so
Whenever watching a game and then we just see the front presence of play across somebody's helmet.
so I'm gonna do
Oh,
a
those
quick
are nice.
commercial
Let me
break.
see. Because you got the screen, I couldn't see.
A quick commercial break. Hey, this podcast is brought to you by the Frank Presents the Podcast. Merchandise coming soon. We have stickers, mugs, keychains, and beach towels. So look out for those. Back to you,
Yep,
Ray.
June gave me over 100 stickers to hand out to the Rams and the Chargers at their training camp. So, okay, next picture. Okay, this one is good. Your top NFL player podcast. Which podcast? We'll say, what is your favorite 2 podcasts out of these 6?
All right. For me, I like All These Covered and The Pivot.
June?
Man, the pivots. I think the pivot's dope.
We can't hear you.
I can do the new heights. The new heights.
I can't.
We
We can't hear you.
At New Heights.
New Heights.
Yeah.
Okay.
And The Pivot.
Okay. And then Frank.
The Pivot obviously is my number 1. I watch him a lot. I've seen Bussin' with the Boys. Haven't seen It's Needed to Be Said.
I watched that one.
Who's on All Things Covered?
That's Brian McFadden and Patrick Peterson.
Nope, never watched it. I used to watch I'm Athlete a lot. But I don't like. I don't have 2. It's The Pivot. That's it for me.
Mine is gonna be The Pivot and also All Things Covered. All Things Covered is a great podcast, Frank. You should watch it. It is Brian McFadden, and Patrick Peterson. A retiree Steelers and a new Steelers upcoming. Also the video that Brian McFadden did for my birthday, he shouted it out.
I gotta watch it then. I like I said, I used to watch I'm Athlete before The Pivot came out. And I just feel like what they're doing is different.
Yep.
I'm not really feeling it no more, but The Pivot, I love The Pivot. I think their content is good. Their interviews are good. Ryan Carr, RC does a great job kind of hosting and managing it, he's very smart, intellectual. So and I feel that the level of respect they have for Fred Taylor and for each other, period, but Fred Taylor, and then even it's just I don't know. I feel like when they won I Am Athlete, it wasn't the same. I think Brandon Marshall was getting a little ahead of himself, but you know, people are respected, and I think that Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, and Channing are three people that are respected, and you know, they're kind of humble in a sense, and they just want to be out there. And I love the content they provide. I do. I'm watching New Heights now with Edelman. I like what I'm hearing so far. You know, I'm just not a big Travis Kelce fan, so it kind of makes it hard to watch him. But I'll all things covered. I'll give it a shot. You know.
Yeah, Brian McFadden.
Yeah, I've been watching this since it came out. So it came out a
They're
while.
cousins, and they're also cousins. So that's a good one. What is, since everyone picked the Pivot in their top 2, what is everyone's top 3 Pivot podcast episodes?
I gotta.
Ooh.
And be sure to check out their new one with Ice Cube. I watched that one yesterday when I was braiding my hair. It's a good one.
I started watching that. Man, I don't have. I think all of them are great, honestly. But excuse me, if I had to go, one of my favorite ones, or two of my favorite ones, and they kind of go together, was when they had Alex Rodriguez on it,
Mm-hmm.
and they also had Floyd Mayweather. And it really made me, because I'm not a big Mayweather fan. I respect him as far as he's not, like, when it comes to boxing, he's not my number one. Just not. Sugar Ray Robinson is, that's just me. But when I heard him talk and I heard him say how he manages his stuff, how he treats his kids, it was like, wow, you know, that's dope to have all this money and you make sure that they have certain things in place before you even help out. Alex Rodriguez, hearing his story, how he did get a major deal, how he got into real estate early, coming from humble beginnings. I think Shaq's interview was good. There's a lot. They have a lot of good content. Mike Tyson's was good.
What about the one with Travis Kelce? That one was good. You got to understand Travis Kelce a little bit.
I didn't finish it, but yeah, it was. Again, Travis Kelce just.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a Rob Gronkowski fan. You know what I'm saying? and Travis Kelce just, you know,
Mine would definitely have to be at number 1, Mike Tomlin. I think that was by far my favorite interview that they've done was Mike Tomlin. I also like the one that they did with Darius Slay.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put that in my top 3 though, but that one was also really good. The one they did with the joint one they did with TJ Watt and Najee was really, really good. You get to hear Najee's story of him growing up homeless and jumping from shelter to shelter. That was really good. And then like the toxicity of Nick Saban. You got to hear like how he dealt with that playing for Alabama and still being a star running back at that college. And then I would say my 3rd favorite one that I've seen was probably when they had T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and the other guy from Cincinnati.
Boyd.
That one was really good. I think that one was a really super dope podcast. Yes. And if we're talking non-football, the one that they had, well, Deion Sanders was good, but he's not NFL. And the one they did with Drewski was good.
Yeah, you got what's up, Ben?
So my first one, when this is not football, when they had Andrew Reese on, I thought that was a good one. But the 3 football ones, the one with Saquon was good. The one with Travis Kelce was good. And I like the A-Roll one too as well, because I got to his perspective as well.
And be sure to check out the one with Sauce Gardner. That one was pretty good too. I like Sauce Gardner. He's a good kid, you know.
They have a way. RC does a very good job, very, very well on his asking questions, introductions, stuff like that. You could tell they do their research. And you know, Fred Taylor and them, Freddie T does a good job. I think he brings a certain level of realness to the podcast itself. I'm actually watching another podcast. Well, I've seen Hot Takes with him in it, and they're talking about the breakup with the Pivot and stuff like that. And I mean, not with the Pivot, with I'm Athlete. And Yeah, I just love it, man. I think I love it. I love the character. I love the vibe. You know, every time I watch an episode, they
It feels like you're there. It feels like you're sitting on a couch, like
actually, you know what's crazy is I look at theirs and I look at that's what I would like our podcast to get to, and not necessarily in interviewing people. I would love to have people on it, but I'm talking about just getting to where we sound so boom that it just it. I love watching the shows. Watch till I get ready.
Jim, what's your favorite Pivot episodes?
I have to get back to you on it. Over here, I'm dealing with the hurricane in full swing.
I'm not dealing with a hurricane.
Okay. Next photo. So this one says, I think it's cut off at the top. Oh no, it's not. It's in the middle. Rank these second-year quarterbacks: first, second, third, and fourth. So I would go and I love him because he used to play Florida State, but fourth I'll do Sam Howell because we didn't get to see too much of him, only like towards the very end of the season with Washington. I mean, he still did pretty good, especially that game against the Cowboys. At number 3, I would rank Desmond Ridder. At number 2, I would rank Kenny Pickett. And then at number 1, I'll rank Brock Purdy because of what he did with the 49ers.
I'm surprised you want what's that word? What's that term?
Bias?
I'm surprised you I'm surprised you want bias.
A lot of Kenny Pickett, and I think that he's going to take our team a little bit better, than we were last year. I love him, but I would have to put Brock Purdy over Kenny Pickett for what he did with the 49ers,
Yeah, I'm going Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Irrelevant was not Mr. Relevant no more. I think they should have started Kenny Pickett's game 1, day 1 to
after, because remember game 1 we beat the Bengals, and the way that played out, I don't want to change it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think they should have started.
So week 2, we should have started in week 2 after that win.
Yeah. So yeah, I would have said week 1. I mean, yeah, Brock Purdy, Kenny Pickett. I like him. Desmond Ridder, I haven't seen much of him or Sam Howell, so I'm probably go with Desmond Ridder and then Sam Howell. But to me, the top 2 is going to be Brock Purdy and Kenny Pickett. Then again, I feel like if Kenny Pickett would have started sooner, because he developed well as the season went along.
Super well.
Yeah, so I think that it was just a matter of time, of when he started. So,
Ben?
With me, I'm going to go Brock, Kenny Pickett. I'm going to go with my quarterback, Sam Howell, and then Desmond Ridder last.
I like Sam. I just wish he would have started a little bit more games than Ridder. But I like him. The Jim?
I agree with Frank. I agree with you. I agree with that. I mean, you can't go wrong with that with and Pickett. You can't. And then the other two, just to me, they're kind of. To me, they're the same. I don't see too much of them, or I don't hear too much of them. As far as compared to the other quarterbacks,
because they waited till the last 2 games to start Sam Howell, and he did pretty good those last 2 games that they played him.
But it's unfair to kind of compare them to.
I know, but yeah, I'm not comparing them to them. But you can't say like what you said.
Sam Howell
was Florida. He's a product of Florida State, and then
that's how you're defending it.
Okay, so do we agree with this? These are the 5 AFC quarterbacks under the most pressure this upcoming season. Number 1, Russell Wilson. Number 2, Aaron Rodgers. Number 3, Deshaun Watson. Number 4, Mac Jones, and number 5, Tua.
I disagree with this. Rodgers should be first. Watson should be second. Russ should be third, and then the last 2, that could be like that. But the first 3 got to change though.
Yes, I do think that Aaron Rodgers will be under the most pressure in 2023 because of him leaving Green Bay and going to New York. and then just the hype of, him being over in New York. I think he's gonna wear the number 8. Sauce Gardner's jeweler gifted him with the iced out number 8 necklace.
Yeah, it's already pictures of him in the jersey number 8 too.
Okay, so yeah, so he's gonna be number 8. But I do agree that all 5 of these are the 5 AFC QBs under the most pressure this upcoming season.
Mago?
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with the bottom 2 per se. And Mac Jones going on his 3rd year. His 2nd year, he had a defensive coordinator as an offense coordinator. So I think people are getting leeway and slack for that. I think Bill Belichick is under more pressure.
I think that's why they put him there, because of Bill Belichick being under.
Yeah, I don't think he's going
a lot of pressure
if he has a bad season this year, because people are blaming more the head coach than they are the player. And the fact, like June said, they haven't done anything in the offseason to help him out with the receiving core anyways. Tua, we all know that if with him, medical was going to stop him. When Tua's in the game and he's healthy, that team is unstoppable. But
I think that's why he's on this list. I think everyone's on this list for their own reasons. Tua being medically, you having 3 concussions last season, and you almost retired, and like, all right, you're about to play again. Like, let's see what, like, the pressure's not solely on him, like him as a quarterback, but him health wise.
So I think I don't agree completely with this list, only because I can give an excuse for everybody except, I can even give an excuse for Russell. So last year, Russell had a first-year head coach, didn't develop. Everybody thinks with Sean Payton, he's going to develop. So I think that he's right for being number 1, because they're giving Sean Payton the credit to say that he's going to fix him. And if he can't get right under Sean Payton, then he got to go, right? They got to cut bait. With new ownership, they didn't bring him on. The ownership didn't buy him. So they're willing to lose the money. They have money to recover. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think it's even fair to put the pressure on him, because he just got there. And he's already doing things differently than he did before. Right now, the Jets can possibly come out as AFC East winners. If Tua can't stay healthy and Josh Allen keeps being Josh Allen, it is a good chance the Jets can go in there with a top 5 defense and a 4-time MVP Super Bowl winning quarterback and do okay. Deshaun Watson, by the time he came in, the season was almost over. So he's only under pressure because of the money they gave him. But if anything else, listen, he wouldn't be under pressure. His numbers was ridiculous. Deshaun Watson's numbers, people forget that before he went out, the last year that he played a full year, he was like 2nd in the MVP conversation. He had over 4,000 yards passing in the Texans. So I don't necessarily agree with the list per se, the people on it, because I would put Josh Allen up there.
And Ryan Tannehill too.
Yep, I would put Lamar Jackson up there. Because you cried. You wanted this money, Lamar. We gave you the money, Lamar. You went and got OBJ. That's who you wanted, Lamar. So now we got you a OC, an offensive coordinator that's gonna help you win the games, Lamar. That's gonna get you back to your college level, Lamar. So I think Lamar should be up there. Josh Allen should be up there. I think you can knock off Mac Jones and Tua and add Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. There's too much competition in the AFC for a person not to be in the hot seat. What about Jimmy G going to the Raiders? Going to the Saints. They just got there. You got to take time to develop. But these are people that are being brought on because of experience. But if I was me, I would move Russell down, Aaron down, Deshaun down, and I would put up Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Deshaun Watson. That's what I would put. June?
I don't know. I would definitely. I would leave Russell Wilson there. I think he's probably the most under pressure, in my opinion. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's under pressure because he's coming to a brand new team. The expectations are crazy. He's coming from that cave. That's gonna give him superpowers. Hey, I heard. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. And then I would take out Deshaun Watson completely. I would put Lamar Jackson in there. And as far as pressure, I don't think Mac Jones, to me, I think not under pressure at all, given the situation in New England. Tua is going to be in there. I think the pressure is really going to be on him and the head coach. Um, and I think that's it. So I do agree with everything that Frank said prior to this. So remove Deshaun Watson, man. They're going to pay $500 million. So to everybody.
Okay. So fewest points per game allowed since 1966. So these are the top 6. At number 6, we have the Minnesota Vikings with an average of 20.2 points allowed. At number 5, Green Bay with an average of 20.2. Number 4, Chicago with an average of 20 points allowed. At number 3, we have the Cowboys with an average of 19.6 points allowed. Number 2, we have the Ravens with an average of 19 points allowed. And at number 1, we have Pittsburgh with an average of 18.7 points allowed since 1966.
I mean, it's only right. Pittsburgh defense was known in the 70s. You know, hell, even into the 90s and 2000, your defense have always been top 10, you know. Cowboys, when they had their run. Green Bay, maybe early on. I don't think their defense have been that big. Vikings always had a good defense from back in the day. Chicago, we know they won the 85. Chicago Bears was known for their defense. It wasn't this thing. And the Ravens had a great defense for a long time. So I'm not surprised on it. Actually, I think it's a good list, you know.
All right, so these are the 5 NFC quarterbacks under the most pressure in 2023. We have Dak Prescott, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Sam Howell, and then Jordan Love. I don't think Sam Howell should be on this list, honestly. Or Jordan Love. This is his first.
This list is a joke. I'm sorry. This list is a joke. It's a joke.
So but I do think that Dak Prescott is under like a lot of pressure this upcoming season.
Well, I will give you my take on it. Yeah, Dak Prescott is going to stay up there. He is because you cost your team wins last year. Derek Carr, take him off. Kirk Cousins. What more you want from the guy? The guy's a winner. He takes care of the ball. He's not bad. Patrick Mahomes said that he's the most underrated quarterback in the league, and right now Patrick Mahomes is crowned the GOAT. So I mean, listen, the best quarterback in the league is saying that the most underrated quarterback is Kirk Cousins. You got Sam Howell, Jordan Love. So I would leave Dak up there. I would bring in
Tyler.
Yeah, Daniel Jones, number 2.
Kyler is going to play this year.
Kyler Murray.
Would you put Tyler?
3. So that Danny, Kyler.
Hold on. Let me look at my NFC helmets real fast.
Stafford.
Yeah. You can't put none of the rookies. What about Justin Fields?
Nah, because they finally got him.
No.
I think not this year, but next year he'd be more in a hot seat than this year. No, so if you want,
so I will say Dak, Tyler, Matthew Stafford, right? Can't put Kirk Cousins on there. Oh, what about Baker and Tampa?
I was thinking about Baker. It's his first year, so the same reason
they're gonna be trash though.
But
I would. Can't put Samantha up there. He finally has the offensive coordinator that he needs.
Yeah, but they're saying he might not even be starting. So I mean,
you're biased, but of course you won't put him up there.
Oh, that's my best friend.
But actually, I don't think Sam Howell should be there either.
I don't either. He only played 2 games last season. He was a rookie last season.
This should have been a top 3, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
it should have been Dak, Daniel Jones, and Derek Carr.
I will put Baker, because he has weapons over there, but also he's under the most. I also think he's under pressure because you got Tampa calling Brady, asking him to rethink about retiring.
Do you? Okay, so if we're gonna put first years up there. What about?
All right, we're putting first years up there.
Oh, Jared Goff. Oh, yeah, him. I forgot about him. Put him up there too.
I don't think I think Jerv's good.
Yeah, I think they trend.
If we will put first years up there, I will definitely put Derek Carr. I will put Baker Mayfield. I would put Jordan Love. This is first year. He's not a rookie, but it's his first year, like fully started. So he is going to be under pressure to try to get that team, to win games like Aaron Rodgers did, I would put Desmond Ritter up there. He doesn't have Marcus Mariota over there anymore. And then I would put that's it. Samantha Darnold, maybe. Those are only ones with first year quarterbacks starting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I buy that. I just don't think this list is accurate. Again, we're reaching by putting first years up there.
So
if we
for real,
it'd be a top 3 of hot seat.
The only one I would slightly agree with is Jordan Love because of the fact that he's had play time with that team, and then also he's under a lot of pressure because that team. Sorry, I'm eating a donut stick. That team doesn't have Aaron Rodgers anymore, so he's under that pressure to get them to at least be playoff contenders.
Yeah, I think that division in the North, I could see the Lions easily winning that division.
All right. So this is the 2023 NFL running back tiers, right? So you have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4A, tier 4B, tier 5. So there was so I know tier 3 was the rookie tiers or, rookie or first or upcoming like second year tiers. I forgot where tiers 1, 2, 4A, 4B, and 5 were. But it wasn't like, they're ranking them per tiers. They put them in categories. So let me try to find those categories again.
5 looks like it's the old ones because you got Connor in there.
Because they had him broken down.
I don't think Austin Eckler should be up there on tier 1. Sorry.
No. They have them by category, not like by like who's better. If I could just find this tier group again. I lost it. I forgot the category and I thought I saved it to my phone because it was like right next to it, like the next post next to it. But yeah, it wasn't like they were ranking them. They put them in those tiers based off of certain things. But I do know that tier 3 were all like either rookie or second year running backs. So this picture is invalid. I can't find it. I'm sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties on my end. Okay, next picture. So this is an all 30 or older team. So at quarterback, you have Rodgers. At running back, you have Mostert. And then your wide receivers, you have Adams, Kupp, Hopkins, tight end, Kelsey. And then you have Williams, Antonio, Kelsey, Martin, and Johnson. Hold on, who's calling my gov?
So I think this team might get around 9 wins. I will say that.
You think 9 wins? I think this would be a pretty solid team offense.
I said a 9-win team.
You said a 9. You think I would probably say.
I mean, it's because of the running back. Honestly, was different, and I will have it higher. But for me, it's 9 wins.
So okay, what is this? Just a team
So
that
this is someone put together a all 30 or older team, and this is the offense. What do you think this like if this was an actual team, how well do you think they'll do together?
or to win?
Ben said 9 games.
No. Look, you got Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, and then you got Travis Kelce. So those 3 top receivers are arguably the best 3 receivers in our time. You got a Triple Crown winner. You got one receiver that didn't drop a pass all season. You got another receiver that is a ball hog. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Travis Kelce, who right now, next to Kittle, is the best tight end in the league. Mostert, the running back, is a commodity. If the running back with a lineup like that at receivers, who you gonna cover? You gonna go man to man across the board and not say nothing? You can't. You're gonna have to double somebody. So you double Kelce coming off on a chip block. Now you leave with Cooper Kupp, Hopkins, or Adams open. You can go try to double team Adams and Kupp. You got Hopkins. You take away Hopkins, you still got Kupp and Adams. And so a running back like Mostert that's efficient, he's gonna have it open. That hole's gonna be open. Pause. All day. Then you got Williams, Bitonio, Kelce, Martin, and Johnson in there as your line. Come on, bro. This team is winning more than 9 games. And you got Aaron Rodgers, who threw for 4 interceptions one season. No. This offense right here, if they don't win more than 10 games, it's probably the biggest upset since the Patriots.
It'll be because of who they have on defense. I think that offense is. I think that's a pretty solid offense. You know.
When you got that, how much defense do you really need?
Facts.
Because I mean, who are you gonna stop?
Facts. You like if you gonna cover Devontae and Cooper Kupp, you still got Hopkins and Kelce.
My
Or
point.
vice versa.
That's what I'm saying. This right here, this is a pass-friendly offense right here. This right here is what the NFL is today. Throw the ball, plays across the middle, and we're playing great.
I might make this my Madden team in Madden 24, honestly.
You could also make this your fantasy football team right here.
Yeah. If they let you draft, if somebody lets you draft this team right here, you're gonna win.
on fantasy.
They should not play fantasy no more. If you can get, it depends. If 18 team, you might be able to pull it off. But if you're doing 10 to 12 teams, I play with 3 wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way in hell I should have 2. If I get Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams, or I get Hopkins and Kupp, or either 2.
And then one of them has a flex, and then Travis Kelce as your tight end.
Girl, listen, that shit's
And then imagine Justin Herbert as your quarterback.
a walk in the park.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just
take a Ben. Anybody playing fantasy? If you guys see this, take a screenshot. Get yourself ready for your draft.
I'm telling you, man, this right here be crazy. Crazy.
All right. So this one is AFC teams by category. All right. So saying the best in the AFC. So best quarterback in the AFC. Patrick, do we agree?
Yeah.
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 Running back, Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wide receiver,
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Tight end, Kelce.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because who did the Giants pick up for tight end? That's why.
Waller.
Oh, but this is AFC. Sorry, this is AFC. My bad. I forgot. O-line, Kansas City O-line. Do we think they're the best in the AFC?
Yeah. I'll give him that.
D-line, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens linebacker. I forgot his name. I apologize. No.
Is it Mac?
Probably not.
No, it's not Khalil Mack. I'm not. I don't know his name, and that's bad. We're recording a full podcast. I don't know his name, but no, I don't think so. You have other linebackers out there in the AFC that could probably get run for the money. But yeah,
Yeah, I say no. Who would you put then?
Not sure. I have to look at the lineups to be honest. It's hard to say as a linebacker. See, cornerback, yeah, you see the impact, especially going, man.
Linebacker, you said you don't know?
TJ Watt plays he's linebacker?
Yes.
I thought he's defensive end. Okay. So yeah, I would go
He plays both.
What about what does Joey Bosa play? Is he an end?
I think he's an edge. Hold on. He plays.
Defensive end. Yeah, he's a
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so no.
Yeah, but he's outside linebacker.
Yeah.
And TJ plays outside linebacker too.
Yeah, linebackers, you can that's what I'm saying. You can really
All right, cornerback, Sauce. Do we agree? In
Yeah.
AFC? Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah, because Ramsey had that good no more, so Sauce can get it.
Safety, Mika. Do we agree?
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best team, Kansas City.
Yep.
Yeah.
The worst team, the Texans.
Oh, I hate that because yeah.
I don't know.
But they
I
you
would put the Colts.
think so? Who had the number one pick last year?
The Panthers.
From the AFC side.
Oh, the Texans.
Then they're the worst team.
Yeah, it might be the Texans. Yeah, it might be the Texans. Yeah.
And then the upside team, the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, because if Tua stay healthy, who's really going to stop him?
Best coach. I'm biased. I'm gonna say no. I think my coach is the best coach. Honest, I'm just being.
I mean, I
biased.
think it's tied between Kansas City and the Steelers. That's me.
Yeah. But you got the top three coaches in the AFC: Bill Belichick, Mike Tomlin, and Andy Reid.
So I'm gonna give it to the Chiefs because
And the top coaches, Andy Reid was number one. Mike Tomlin finished number two. That just came out Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and then Bill Belichick was number three.
I don't have a problem with the Chiefs being best coach just because they won the Super Bowl, and he's been doing it consistently. But you can argue, Tomlin being a defensive coordinator, now a head coach, has been doing well, getting his team to win, adjusting. So I mean, you can slice it. I think, yeah, I'm cool with the Chiefs getting. They just won the Super Bowl, so go ahead, Andy Reid, live it up. Now, if they would have lost Super Bowl and you put Andy Reid up there, I'm like, well, hold on. You can put Tomlin, you can put other people up there. Why you putting him up there? But they won, so I let them keep.
Yeah. The team that has the most to lose, we have the Denver Broncos. Do we agree?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they're up there. If anything, to me, the team that has the most to lose, because so you can do a couple of teams with this.
The Titans, to me.
The Jets have a lot because of the pressure being put on because now they got Aaron. I would go Ravens because, Lamar made the big stink about the money. They gave him the money. They brought OBJ in when they thought they could have went after Hopkins or somebody else. All this other stuff. So I don't think they have the most to lose. I don't.
Dark horse MVP, we got Tua.
I guess so. I mean, what's it?
I'm gonna go Justin Herbert.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair too. You can go both. You can go both. But you said what's a dark horse, Frank?
I mean, really, what is it? I just feel like AFC got the best.
So it's basically like a person who, people don't expect to succeed or win.
I get that. I mean, why? Because of concussion protocol?
Yeah.
I mean, when he was playing, they were kissing his ass. Oh my God. They, when he's in the game, they got a winning record of 8 games or 10 games. Oh, he makes a difference. So why just protect him? Get a better O-line. Stop.
Then, yeah, no, I agree. Special teams, Baltimore.
You can keep that. I don't really care.
You can keep that, or you could say Jacksonville Jaguars because of Agnew running that ball back all those times. Kickoff.
I mean, special teams does matter. People think it doesn't. It does. It does
Or,
put,
Mhm.
especially when you're talking about pinning somebody down at the one.
I think the Bills have a good special teams too.
Yeah. So I they can keep that. Those kind of little ones I really don't care about. Yeah, the dark horse one though, man. What about let me see. Besides Tua in the AFC,
I said Herbert too as well.
Yeah, Herbert could.
I don't think because everybody know Herbert could do it though. That's the thing. Everybody knows that he can do it. His arm is ridiculous. A dark horse though. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe one of them rookies coming out. A left.
Lawrence too as well, I think. I don't know.
CJ Stroud.
Yep. The rookie out.
Yeah.
Or somebody you least expected. Because
AR-15.
This one. So 4th and 3 on your opponent's 37-yard line with 1 minute and 48 seconds left on the clock, down by 5 in the fourth quarter. You are the quarterback. You're gonna have Josh Allen keep it and run it? Are you going to have Nick Chubb rush it? Or are you gonna pass it to AJ Brown?
I'm gonna have Chubb run it.
You're 4th and 3 on the 37-yard line.
first down, we're trying to actually.
Yeah. Like to get because if you get the first down, you're keeping the ball for the rest of it.
I'm going Allen.
To keep it.
Yeah, keep it.
4th and 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
Allen or Chubb.
But sometimes he be having them bozo moments though, Allen.
Yeah, but he throws interceptions before he do anything else. But we talking about 4th and 3. We've seen him do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We've seen him do it. Chubb, yeah. I mean, the problem is with Chubb is teams are going to anticipate Chubbs just like they're going to anticipate Allen. Allen's a bigger body, wide, longer, but he also has a passing threat. You know what I'm saying? So AJ Brown, as much as I love him and he did me good some days in fantasy, that's a lot depending on him for 3 yards. You know, I think the quarterback would be just easier to get it.
Yeah. All right, start bench cut. You have Jared Goff, Daniel Jones, and Michael McCorkle-Jones.
What the fuck is that?
That's his middle name. That's where he gets Mac from. McCorkle is his middle name.
Okay. All right.
I'm serious. Hey Siri, what's Mac Jones's full name?
I'm here. Here's an answer from Attack.
Oh, hold on. Hey Siri, what's Mac Jones's full name?
Here's what I found from AttackUkert.com. Well, Mac Jones' full name is Michael McCorkle-Jones.
That's where he gets Mac from his middle name, McCorkle.
Oh my God. All right. So
You didn't know that?
no, I did not.
That's why I said Michael McCorkle-Jones. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so corny. Oh God, this is Jesus.
Start bench cut. Jared Goff.
This is a bad
Daniel
list,
Jones,
sorry.
And
I'm Tim Jones and I'm Mac Jones and I'm cutting Daniel Jones. Gotta get out of there, bro.
I agree. I'm starting Jared, cutting Daniel, and benching McCorkle.
Yeah, I agree with that same list. Yep.
Frank, I'm surprised, and that's your quarterback. You did not know that his middle name was McCorkle, and that's where he got back from? Wait, so you thought his name was Mac the entire time?
No, it could have been short for son. I just figured not McCorkle.
Yeah, McCorkle.
That's the first person I've ever met named McCorkle. Mac.
Well, that's his middle name. His name is Michael McCorkle.
Still, McCorkle. Who the hell is
He should have went by who? Mike Jones.
Mike Jones? This dude went McCorkle, Mac Jones. No, bro. No. No. No.
All right. So the top combo at each position. So duo. So for quarterback, they have Jalen Hurts and Marcus Mariota as quarterback duo on a team. Yeah. What other starting and backup could you put there?
I guess.
I mean, really, who else can you put up there?
I don't know.
And
Who's the
Patrick Mahomes.
I would say Lamar in that back
Huntley.
What's his name again?
Huntley,
Yeah,
Huntley.
yeah.
Snoop Huntley. Running back duo, you have Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm. Wide receiver duo, you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's close, but yeah. It's close between them and the Bengals.
Yeah. For tight end, you have Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki.
I could see it. The people saying that if they can get those two guys going and working together, it'll be a problem. Old school type stuff that they can do. So yeah, I could see that.
So this is Gesicki's first year playing with the
Yep.
Pats. So can you also say, I'm drawing a what? I'm so confused right now. What am I trying to say? Hold on.
Not you drew a blank on your own thought.
I did. What? What? Hold on. I'm lost. I'm so lost right now. I forgot what we were talking about. It's like, like you draw a blank and you forget. Okay, we're talking about tight ends. Damn. I forgot who I was about to say. It's gonna come back to me. For OT, you have Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata.
Yep.
Yeah, I
agree.
You can't. O-line's fine, sure, great job. Even did the tackles, whatever. Zadarius Smith and Myles Garrett, yes. Fred Warner and Greenlaw, that's dope. Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, maybe. And Quandre Diggs, Julian Love, and Jamal Adams.
Yeah, that's fine. Julia Love is a star, so yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. The rest of this stuff, I don't know. Who comes up? This is content. People just really sit down and do this?
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, they
then
love the NFL.
for O-line, you have Joel Batonio, and Wyatt Teller. I guess so. Oh, I know. Tight end, it just hit me because I was thinking of something. So we played Gesicki. It's his first year. Why not put Pat Fryermuth and then Darnell Washington, that big ass tight end we just drafted?
No.
I think because he hasn't played yet, but we know Gesicki for Miami. That's probably why. Now let's do this list halfway through the season, and you might.
Okay. So if we're gonna do that, we could do Pat Fryermuth and Connor Hayward, Cam Hayward's little brother that made all those touchdowns.
Yeah.
No, it would be the two tight ends for my team. So I'll say that.
Who's your other tight end besides Waller?
Oh, I'm drawing the blank right now. I don't know.
Exactly. So why would you even mention it, bro? Like,
I could at least say Pat Fryermuth, and I could at least say Connor Hayward because he did really, really good for his first year last year.
He said, "Now the two guys from my team. I don't know the one dude, but I know the other dude." And
Bellinger. Yeah, Waller and Bellinger. Yep, those two would be it right there.
Okay. For edge, we have Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith. I can agree with this, but my favorite duo is TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith.
Yeah, I can see both. Honestly, I can't see.
And then linebacker, you got Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw. I could see it.
Fred Warner, but that's NFC. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
For CBs, you have Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. I agree with that as well. And then for safeties, you have the trio, Quandre Diggs, Julian Love, and Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams, Presidential Mall. I'm the best in the nation.
Yeah, I think
he was hurt last year, so we'll see. All right. Oh, this one is fun. So you have $15. $15. I will go first. Okay, let me get my calculator. So $15, I'm gonna go Justin Herbert for 3. Then I'm gonna go Derrick Henry for 2. I'm at 5. Then I'm gonna go Tyreek Hill for 3. I'm at 8. Then I'm gonna go. I'm stuck. I'll go Keenan Allen for 1, so I'm at 9. And then I'm gonna go Travis Kelce, which gives me a 14. One left over. So I went Herbert, Henry, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, Travis Kelce.
Good list.
All right, Frank, you go. I got the calculator.
Oh, hold on. I'm already ahead of you. Give me a second. 6, 10, 15. Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Cup, Chase, and Waller.
Okay, that's a good one too.
All right,
Ben?
I'm going Mahomes,
Okay.
Saquon, Debo. That's 11,
on.
right?
Yeah, that's
You're at 10. You're at 10.
No, I said Saquon,
Mhm.
Mahomes, Debo.
Mahomes plus 2, that's 7. Plus 2. No. 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 2. That you're at $10.
Yeah, 10.
I'm going Jamar Chase, and I'm going Mark Andrews.
Oh, that's also good.
And you still under.
Mm-hmm.
Still under. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, excuse me. The top,
Nobody wanted to pick Dak Prescott as their quarterback.
no. Oh, no.
Dak lost me last season.
Did you hear that quote that he said this week? He said that I won't, like, something about 10 picks. He's going to throw more to that.
He said he's not throwing 10 picks this season. They're saying McCarty's gonna. Oh, this sucks, Bree. Come on now. This is messed up. This is so.
Who would you take in their prime?
Oh, you're wrong for this.
I didn't make it.
Yeah, she is.
I didn't make it. Yeah, no, I'm taking it. I already know.
No,
Should I put the jersey on right quick? Here.
no, I'm gonna go.
Actually, hold on.
This ain't right. This ain't right at all.
This is who I'm taking.
Yeah, I mean, I go with Troy Polamalu, man. The dude's a monster.
Ben?
I'm going to go different. I'm going to go Ed Reed.
That's not a bad one either.
None of
I
them
mean,
are bad, though.
That's why Frank said is blaming me. This is okay. All right. So these are, I saw this, retired and non-active players Hall of Fame chances. So you have lock, likely, and possibly. So for lock, we have Julius Peppers, Antonio Gates, Terrell Suggs, Adam Vinatieri, Luke, Larry, Drew, Frank Gore, Adrian Peterson, Ben, Rob, Tom, JJ. Do we agree that all of these candidates are locked in for Hall of Fame?
Yes.
No.
Who would you say is not locked?
Peppers, Suggs, Kuechly, and that's it.
Okay. Likely. So you have Eli Marshall, Marquise Pouncey, Phillip Rivers, Jason, Antonio Brown, Andrew Whitworth. Would you say they're likely, locked, or possibly?
Brown ain't getting in.
Brown is going to be a possibly. Eric Berry, I would say maybe possibly. Eli should be a lock, not a likely.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my. You know how I feel about Eli. You know.
Oh, brother, here we go again.
Eli's the only reason he's going to make the Hall of Fame.
Because he won Super Bowls against.
He has his post numbers are good though. You can't lie. Those numbers are good.
Oh my God! See, I love when Giants fans do this. Let me pull up the stats because I have We're already over.
Pull up the post numbers right now. I want to hear you talk about them.
No, you don't get into the Hall of Fame off your post numbers. If that's the case, Julian Edelman is a locked in. He's the third most receiver with the most yards in Super Bowl history in the postseason. If that's the case, and we know that Edelman is not making the Hall of Fame. So no, Eli Manning claim to fame was the 2 wins against the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl, 18-1, and then the other stuff. Eli Manning has led the league in interceptions more than once. Bro, he never even threw for 5,000 yards in a season. In a season. He's never had more than 35 touchdowns. Interceptions, bro, he has 244 interceptions. He is a 500 quarterback.
To be fair, those last seasons were not his fault.
Okay,
It was the owners, the
you're
GM's
a
fault.
Giants fan. Ben, we're on a podcast. We don't let our biases get in the way, or we try not to.
No. I'm being for real. Like,
If
if
you
you look at those last couple of seasons,
Okay.
those were not his fault.
So Ben, let me ask you a question. You're a Giants fan. Take
Yeah.
2 Super Bowl wins. What has Eli Manning done in his entire career from 2004 to 19? If you take the 2 Super Bowls away, to warrant him in the Hall of Fame? I'll wait.
Drives, never missed a start until they pulled that nonsense that they did in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, all that great stuff.
What great? You just named 2 stuff. One is a big accolade. That was it. The dude ain't do much, but he's gonna get in because he beat the Patriots twice. And he's a Manning. Let's just be honest. Call a spade, bro.
Okay, and then the possibilities, we have Eric Berry, Brandon Marshall, Kyle Williams, LaShawn McCoy, Greg Olsen, Alex Mack, and Richard Sherman. Do you think they should stay where they are, or would you move someone to possibly or likely or locked?
Greg Olsen and Richard Sherman should get moved up.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
I mean, to lightly or locked. Let's not
Brandon
forget.
Marshall, I don't see him getting in.
So do you think Phillip Rivers should stay likely, or do you think he will be locked?
No, I don't think he should be.
He should be a lock.
I
Phillip
disagree.
Rivers is like one of the greatest quarterbacks that has never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but going 0-7 with the Patriots, I think it's 0-7 like in the AFC some championship. Yeah, that kind of hurts it a little bit.
Bro, but you got to think every team during that year, that time that Brady and the Patriots were together. A lot of people lost out on Super Bowl rings, and it's happening now with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's hard to get past that one person, and hell, back then you had the Patriots, you had the Chargers,
The Broncos.
the Broncos, you had the Colts. You had the Steelers, right? There wasn't that many competition out there. Now the Bengals, the Steelers, the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Bills, and hell, the Jets now because they got Aaron, Mahomes, the Chiefs. Who else on the West? The Chargers.
Pretty much everybody but the Colts, Texans, and all of them.
Yeah, all the quarterbacks, all the best quarterbacks except for one is in the AFC. Except for one.
I got a quick question though. Do you think Andrew Luck deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
No. No. Antonio Brown was going to screw him out of this likely to possibly never. Is his attitude and his toxicity he brings to the team because he refused to get help. That's his problem. The dude could probably still be playing, honestly, and be killing the game. But because of his toxic, immature self is why he won't get it. Andrew Whitworth has a Super Bowl ring to go with his career now. He should not be a likely. He should be a lock. Offensive line, bro, come on, man. These dudes, it's LaShawn McCoy possibly. What did LaShawn McCoy do besides being the Eagles' all-time rush leader?
I mean, he got 2 rings.
Okay, what did he do those years that he got the 2 rings?
Produced
Come on, bro, Ben.
Hmm.
Come on, Ben. Okay, so if that's the case, he got 2 rings for riding the bench. Why Julian Edelman up there with 3 rings and he was a starter?
I think Edmonds should get in, but I don't think he would be like first ballot though.
Nah, you don't got to be a first ballot. I'm just asking why he's not up there as a possibly.
I don't know. I think this is for like next year or like something like that. But I don't think this is.
It shouldn't matter. I mean, it probably is. Oh, I got to take this phone call. I'm gonna mute my stuff. Go ahead.
All right. All righty, and that was the last one. And then what we have last is the top 100 players. We'll only have 100. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I only have 99 or 100 through 6. I don't know if did they do 5 through 10? I mean 5 through 1. Hold on 1 second. Commercial break. Oh, they do. They do. I'll put them.
Read the second text I sent you. I want your opinions on that. The
Okay.
second one.
All right. Well, we'll do this one really fast, and then I'll read your text. So so these are the top 100 from Pro Football Network. So this is just Pro Football Network's top 100. So this is 100 through 76. Do you see a player on here that should be higher, or
Is this from last year? Yeah, Saquon should be higher than that. I'm sorry. Should be higher than that.
No, I think I got these. What day did I get these?
I can't assessment on this because I don't know all these players, but Von Miller, 88, because he got hurt, or
No, this is from this year, because if you look at DeAndre Hopkins, it says free agent. So this was before he got signed to the Titans.
But this is not the new top 100 list that's coming.
No, this is just Pro Football Network's top 100.
Oh, I thought it was. I was about to say. I was like, what?
No, this is Pro Football Network's top 100.
Oh, I don't care then. It don't matter.
Okay. So, but we'll just look at they only did their 10 through 6, and I think they're doing this upcoming week their 5 through 1.
TJ
But
Watt
this is their
is dope. Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Lane Johnson, Myles Garrett. I'm fine with that.
yeah.
Yes, that's good.
My issue with some of these lists is people, I don't think they're being real and giving credit where credit's due. Sometimes we allow team success jade us from how good a player is. Teams that never win, like, for example, Megatron, he was on the Lions. So, yeah, he got into Hall of Fame first ballot based on his numbers and what he did. But if he probably was on another team like the Patriots or the Colts or the Pittsburgh Steelers or the 49ers or somebody where he was going to get the ball and win Super Bowls, he'll be more magnified than what he was because he played for the Lions, So it's whatever. Those I like the top 100 players.
So Ben sent me a list. Most clutch quarterbacks with game on the line, trailing in the last 5 minutes since 2019. I'm only going to read the top 10. I'm not going to do all 44. So number 10, you have Justin Herbert. Number 9, you have Nick Foles. Number 8, you have Dak Prescott. Number 7, you have Kyle Allen. Number 6, you have Geno Smith. Number 5, Tom Brady. Number 4, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Number 3, Lamar. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. And number 1, Joe Burrow.
That's fine. There was a time when Eli Manning was the most clutch quarterback in the league. So
I agree. I agree with that list. All right, Frank, your last is your hot takes.
So it's a thing I've been noticing, and I wanted to ask. I wish June was here too, so everybody and Nikki, but I'll ask it today. You know what? It's not even I don't know how to word it right now. I'm trying to think of it. I'll probably save it for next week. But it's basically my issue or what I wanted to bring up. Okay, here it goes. Boom. Can Joe Burrow eventually or dethrone Patrick Mahomes?
He would have to win 2 Super Bowls plus and Super Bowl MVPs to dethrone him. Can it happen? Yes, anything is possible. Will it happen anytime soon? I'm not sure. If that O-line does not get together on Cincinnati, I don't think it will happen anytime soon.
What about you, Ben?
I mean, I think it will happen because we saw, I think it was 2015, where, the Broncos came out of nowhere and went to the Super Bowl. So, anything can happen. So,
I don't know so much deep. So, Bree, question to you. Let's say he wins 2 Super Bowls and he has to beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship to go to both Super Bowls. But he doesn't get a Super Bowl MVP and he doesn't win league MVP. But he has 2 rings and he's the quarterback of that team. And he beat the team that's leading the league right now, right? Would that make him a step above?
No, because of the accolades that Patrick Mahomes has.
Okay. So now he does this, and let's say he does it and
So he will have to win 3 Super Bowls, 1 NFL MVP, and 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
damn, that's crazy. Because I think if he wins 2 to match what he has, and his record against the Chiefs is like 6-1 or 6-2, that means they can't beat him.
I think he would dethrone that franchise of what it is, but Patrick Mahomes, like himself, no.
I like what you just did there. See, I like that. That was smart. That was good. She said the franchise is one thing, but the player is another. So here's the thing. I agree. He has to win at least 2 Super Bowls, at least 2. I'm not too big on the MVPs because Drew Brees has 1 Super Bowl ring and never won an MVP. Eli has 2 Super Bowls and never won an MVP, NFL MVP. So, it's kind of hard to say that, but especially when I think the MVP voting is a little biased, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. I think the difference for me and what I've always said is this: Mahomes ended up in the best opportunity possible to be successful.
Yeah. He learned from Alex Smith. He has a good he had a well-developed team. They just needed to put him in.
Exactly. Where I feel
But I would give Joe Shiesty a lot of credit too, because he took the Bengals from nothing to back
that's what I was gonna get at.
championship games.
And that's what I was going to get at. I think that, so I feel like, and I've said this so many times, and I don't know if I expressed it the correct way for people to agree with me.
I know we're giving a lot of credit to Joe Burrow. Should we give a lot of credit as well to Ja'Marr Chase on that offense? Because do you think that Joe Burrow would be the same without a wide receiver like Ja'Marr Chase?
I think he would be good still, because when
But
Ja'Marr,
back-to-back championship games without Ja'Marr Chase?
I don't know about going back to back. The chemistry obviously helps.
Yeah.
But what I like about Joe Shiesty, what I like about Joe Burrow, what makes me a Joe Burrow fan, is his poise and composure in the game. I was talking earlier when you stepped away, me, June, and Ben was on, and I said how the Chiefs, I have a feeling, they got this way of making people get nervous when they start coming back. And Joe Burrow went down to the Chiefs and come back and win. And you never see him get rattled. You never see him, you know what I'm saying, like get flustered. It's all right, next round. And I believe that he believes when he looks in that mirror and he puts that jersey on, and he puts that uniform on, he's like, yo, I'm the best shit out here. Yeah, Mahomes winning rings right now, but I'm still good. And if you put me in a competition with him, throw the ball, whatever, I'm a smoke him. And I think that's the difference between him and everybody else, is that in his eyes, ain't no lead too big that he can't overcome. And yeah, it does help having Ja'Marr Chase. It does. But man, I would take Joe Burrow on the Patriots with the same wide receivers we got right now. The same wide receivers we got right now. And I bet you we're not the number 4 team in the league, in the AFC East. Not when we always have a top 5 defense or top 10 defense. You know what I'm saying? So, see, Mahomes, we don't know what Mahomes would look like in a team that's subpar. like the Jets at the time or the Lions or hell, name me another bottom 4 teams in the league. Every division, every AFC, NFC got
The Cardinals.
the Cardinals. Hell, no, with the Cardinals when they had D-Hop, bro, Mahomes would have ate it up. But no, we don't know what Mahomes looked like in a regular team without one of the greatest head coaches in the league.
You know, we were so close to getting him too, because our old coach said that they said he was like a quarterback that I've never seen before. So we was literally so close to getting him.
The Saints were going to take him, but they didn't know that the Chiefs was going after him. So when the Chiefs traded up to take him, it blew the Saints completely off the gates. That wasn't their plan. Their plan was for Mahomes to come in and take over when Drew Brees left. And the Chiefs met that up.
Yeah, the Saints will have some rings by now, especially
Sean Payton said that was his goal, was to bring Mahomes in. They had talked it over with Brees, and that was the plan. They asked him first if he was okay with it. He said, yeah. And that was the whole plan, was to bring Mahomes in under Brees, and when Brees exited out, Mahomes would have took the Saints. And I believe if that would have happened, Sean Payton still would have been there. And the Saints would have been, and Brady would never went to the Bucks. Never.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Saints would have 2 rings by now if he was there.
What? Yes, with that defense and those receivers and AK.
Yep.
You got the Swiss Army knife and Hill. No, bro, not Hill. What's his name? What's the dude? The quarterback / tight end / running back /
Taysom Hill.
Oh, Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Hill. So I was right. Yeah.
You just said the quarterback / tight end / running back / offensive coordinator.
Still can't believe the Bears passed on him. That's crazy. That might have been the most blunderish pick that they made.
Sean Payton, he knows his stuff. All right, well, that's it. That's what I wanted to bring up. So that's it. We good for today, this week, Bree?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Well, let's go ahead and close it out. Ben, you go first, man.
It was a blast being on this podcast. It's been a while, but I'm glad I came back. Looking forward to the season. We may get some surprises, we may not. So just happy to be here.
For me, I'm going to go. Listen, we got some stuff coming. We're working on some stuff. We've been talking. We're looking at maybe doing a fantasy football episode. Maybe 2 episodes in 1 week, and we do one on fantasy, talking about our top 10 players, PPR, non-PPR, before the season starts, to give some people some time to maybe get some insight on who to draft. All of us are pretty successful in our own right with playing in our leagues. So stay tuned to that. More activity coming on the social media side. Understand that we are all still under contract. I haven't retired yet. I retire in 47 days, I think, 46, 47. 46 days, 47 days I retire. And once I do that, then guess what? My time will be free to bother the world with my nonsense. So please stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. Bree, you got it. Close it out.
Always a pleasure doing this with you guys every single week. Don't forget to subscribe. Great topics today. Really, really great episode. NFL, keep us in the loop with all the juiciness so we can keep talking. During the summertime, it's hard to find topics to discuss to keep the show up and going like if it was the regular season. So I'm trying my hardest, and I hope you guys are enjoying these topics. Ben, I'll see you in a couple of hours.
You do a good job, Bree. Thank you for your services.
Ben, I'll see you in a couple of hours. I cuss you out on our podcast.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But I hope everyone has a great and safe week. Don't forget to drink water, hydrate, and thanks for listening to Frank Presents the Play Call. Bye.